What is up? What is up? Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better as Well podcast. This is your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
So what's up?
Chilling, chilling, Mark. We are living in a post 2019 world. So, this show is going to be dedicated mostly to, our thoughts on what just happened because it's a big event.
Yeah,
And from what I've been hearing from a lot of people in the industry, we're just glad it's still happening because, dude, they're saying like this might be the last non-consumer focused E3. Where like next year might just be like the only way we're gonna keep this is if we just open it completely to the public and be like, yo, come on in, you can buy all types of cheap trinkets and because I was
yeah,
hearing stories about dudes selling like energy drinks and shit. Because I heard, because from what I know in the past, like you could just walk into E3 get an energy drink just because dudes was handing it out.
yeah,
Now they trying to make you pay. So support E3 if you want to see it continue to go on in the future.
yeah.
Um, but that said, did you get to see anything that you liked this year?
Um, Cyberpunk first hands off. Cyberpunk was pretty sick.
Okay, and
Twenty
what's
seventy
that? What's that?
seven. It was showed on the Xbox. It was presented on the Xbox One, but
I know who the presenter was though.
yeah. It was no, but it was a Project Red, CD Red or some shit like that. That's the
Oh,
company that's making it.
there's a team that
The
they're
Witcher.
famous for The Witcher. Yeah.
The Witcher games. They had a nice freaking trailer, and in the end, you saw
Keanu who? Keanu
Keanu
Reeves, son.
Reeves, Mr. Matrix, Bill and Ted,
Ted himself.
John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited how much attention Keanu Reeves is getting right now. He's
Yeah.
always been fucking great. He's always been one of my favorite people in the movies and shit. So yeah, him being in the game, I'm very excited to see what they do with him. I know he's a big character in the game, so you're gonna see his dialogue and everything like that. It looks just like him. It's his likeness and all, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Uh, I think it was cool to have somebody so genuine and earnest be at
Yeah,
E3 for a change instead of just some celebrity that was just like, hey man, I just here for a check.
yeah,
Um, because he seemed genuinely happy. He had like really nice things to say to the crowd while they were there. Like
yeah,
it was just a completely positive experience.
yeah,
And I think that's a lesson for E3 going forward. It's like, you know what, you can have your celebrity experiences, but just be mindful of who you get because
yeah.
you can get negative or positive attention, and we just prefer to get positive. You know?
Yeah. Overall had a good. I think they had a good presentation.
Yeah. The only thing I knew was lacking was they were not willing to go in depth on the Project Scarlet, as in what does it look like?
Nah, that's next year. That's
And
all for next year.
no, but see, that's the thing. It's supposed to be supposed to. This is, I think, the first year, the first console cycle where you have less information on, I want to say, games, because by this point we should be knowing who's making, like there should be a first party title we should hear about. I think the only one we've heard about is like potentially Halo Infinite
No, Halo Infinite, it is gonna
and
be.
the Forza series. Like they are going there. We know that for a fact. But like I don't know, it just feels like it's still not ready to happen yet. This is the first time I don't really feel the hype. I understand a lot of it was to talk about the streaming service
Mhm.
and like the power of the what is it, the Azure, Microsoft Azure,
Yeah,
just powering a lot of things. Which, in all honesty, my favorite moment at E3 was the small announcement that Fantasy Star 2 was going to be
yeah,
partnered up with them. But then an even better announcement was later. There's the Giant Bomb, who's a well-known video game company. They cover video games on the internet. Is what they do. They're not a review site, but they make content. And uh, I think the co-creator of Giant Bomb, Jeff Gerstmann, had a sit down with the head of Microsoft, like the actual head guy. I think his name is what is it? Not Phil Spector, right? No. Um, I should look up the actual his name, but like he had a one-on-one sit down with that guy, and he was basically saying that at this point he doesn't see, yeah, Phil Spencer, excuse me, he really doesn't see it as so much of a cutthroat business between like him and Sony and Nintendo and them anymore. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be that. He was basically just saying that throughout like the conversation they were having, and that his view on how consoles and things are going to progress in the future is that just because he wanted it to be, sure, we can be in a race, we can sell more boxes than you, but it's like, but what we really want is just, I sold like one more unit than you did. It was like we want to both succeed together. So he's happy for the partnership that's going on now with him and Sony.
Mm-hmm.
He's happy about the partnerships that's going on now with Microsoft and Nintendo. And he's like, going forward in the future, you can expect to see a lot more things like that. And like that's got me excited for the future of what they're doing. And he also said the next console is not going to be the last box. So they're not out of the console business even after the next console, which I thought was interesting. He also mentioned that PSO is not exclusive to Xbox or PC. Oh god, that means it's coming to something else too.
Yeah.
So there's no logos. They don't have the logo for PS4 and Switch yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come to PS4 and Switch, which has me excited.
One thing I'll say about the Xbox press conference, you should have ended with Keanu.
What did it? I don't remember what did
it ended. It ended with Halo, but I was like, "Yo, you had Keanu Reeves come on in the fucking audience. Like the crowd was dead after that." Then you go into talking about specs and shit like that, and I was like, "Yo, you just fucked up your whole shit. You should have ended with Keanu."
Well, listen, nobody knew he was going to be that magical. I'm just saying.
He's always magical.
True story. Well, he's never been at a video game conference before.
But he's Keanu.
You know what? You're right. Not wrong.
Yeah, that was my only thing. Is like it started off really strong, and it was going with all these games and the fucking Psychonauts 2 I was a little excited about, and seeing Battletoads in play, which kind of looks like a Cartoon Network cartoon for some reason. Mm-hmm. But I was happy to see it. I'm happy it has the bikes. I hope it's a fun game. It's a three-player online game. Hopefully, it's a local game as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see why not. That would be a terrible omission.
I'm a little disappointed. No Killer Instinct.
Yeah, I thought about that. Also, there was some side things from E3 on that front.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got to see it, but Ed Boon was actually asking on Twitter, fans of Killer Instinct, Microsoft fans of of MK11, how do you feel about a Thunder skin?
Oh, yeah.
For Nightwolf? And so I don't know, dude. That might be something.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, there's that is a big admission. I'm glad somebody noticed it though.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little disappointed there was no Killer Instinct. Seeing that it's been some time, especially again, like you announced. Well, then again, Halo is the sell point for Scarlet right now. Like that was the one that everyone wants to see, and I think that's what's gonna help build that system too. Is Halo being on the first game on Scarlet. But I would like to see maybe that'll be something going into Scarlet as well as Killer Instinct. The next Killer Instinct, I guess it was Killer Instinct, so it'll be Killer Instinct 2.
True. That's true.
Because again, I thought the game was pretty fun, pretty solid, and
a lot of people
pretty solid fighting mechanics and all. And now fighting games are kind of back in a new renaissance, and it's very popular now more than ever.
Oh, we got some really cool announcements I'll tell you about. Like, I recommend anybody who hasn't to check out Giant Bomb's coverage of E3. They talk to like just about who's who in the gaming industry that they know.
Yeah.
And even more so. And you learn a lot of stuff about the games that were announced and a lot of little things. But the one thing you might like, Merc, day 3, which was the last day of the show, they had Xavier Woods on.
Yeah, my buddy.
And then he was on, and he got to sit down and talk about up, down, down, reaching the milestone, him having almost 2 million, and like just how happy he was to be there. But at the end of the show, they had a visit from another friend of the show, and his name is one Kenneth Omega.
Yeah, man.
And he yes, he did talk about the wrestling events. He was at Firefest, and then I think there was one other one.
Mhm.
But he talked about mainly that he's going really hard with the FGC and the tournament that's going to happen in Orlando
Yeah,
as CEO, and
nice.
that that's going to be, I think, a part of that event where it's going to be freely streamed on, I think it's Bleacher Report.
Yeah,
So I didn't realize that that's more the reason why it's going to be freely streamed, because that's the CEO tournament, and that tournament last year was free as well.
yeah,
They had an entire wrestling event. It might not have been, Jericho, Moxley, XYZ, the most popular of the wrestling stars, but Kenny Omega did wrestle, Young Bucks did wrestle. And so they had a free event. So this is basically keeping up that tradition. It has a different name this year, though,
okay.
on their end, but it is still at the CEO event. That is actually very soon.
Cool.
So that was a cool thing. He gave like maybe a 10-minute rundown of all the stuff, and like he's got a game in the works.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. So that's just, again, our world's getting smaller, wrestling and gaming
yeah. Xavier
coming
has
together in a different way.
Xavier's developing games. He's developing a
I
game
think he says he
company
has
too.
he's actually is putting together like a studio.
Yeah,
So yeah. He didn't mention any of his stuff that was coming out, but like he did give the mention of like he is
he
putting together a gaming studio,
he
which
was
is actually
on
really cool.
he was on Kind of Funny Games probably last month, and he really went in depth and talked about like what's his ideas of making a games, and actually having WWE's permission to make the games under his company and things like that. And what if we could do it under my banner, and which is us, and things like that, like having a coffee game with Cesaro, starring Cesaro, and things like that on the phone. He has like a lot of like little ideas like that, but in the bigger sense of things as well. And one of the big things is the fact that he wants to see if they could get the WWE game, and maybe him and 2K could collaborate to create the next game.
That sounds like a great idea on paper, but I still don't want 2K making those wrestling games anymore.
Yeah.
After I saw that teaser that somebody might be trying to get Aki back together,
Uh,
if they get Aki back together, I'm on board. I don't give a
Sadly,
shit.
they're not.
No, they still exist, but they have to agree to come back together, because they'll no longer call Aki. Those
Yeah,
people like split up in the Japanese team, they have a name. Starts with like an F or something. They actually split up and did something, but any of the US people, I don't believe they are there anymore.
yeah, because
So
they were owned by EA for a while, and
yeah,
EA
and
disbanded them.
but they're not down with that no more. They're gone.
Yeah,
So if you get Aki, you got me.
yeah,
If
that
you
would
got
be great. That would be
um,
great. How they will do it with now technology would be crazy.
yeah, I mean, listen, if they could, I hope so.
And
I hope so.
just the saying, Xavier Woods was the first one to cross the brands. Him
And
and
what's
Omega did it first.
it was hilarious too, because they would not be on camera at the same time.
Yeah.
So
And
it was like a
this
funny little
this
skit.
guy Dex, he got them on camera both together.
Was that E3? Did they get
Yeah,
to they get
yeah,
to do
yeah.
any events this year? Did you see it?
No, they was just there. They were Omega was in the area where the Monster Hunter thing was going, and
Mm-hmm.
you see them taking. They got a picture of them three backstage. This YouTuber Dex, and he's a good friend. Decker, I think it's Decker. Yeah, Decker. Whatever his
Okay,
name is.
cool.
And yeah, he has Omega and stuff like that. Other things that I thought it was pretty cool. The Blair Witch game looks interesting.
Here's hold on a second. This is what they're called now.
Yeah.
Sin Sophia. SYN Sophia is the
Okay.
remnants of the Aki Corporation,
Okay.
and they're still in Japan. So
Hey,
we'll see if they can get them. Oh my god,
that'd be
please.
great. Yeah, the Blair Witch game would look interesting. I thought it was Alan Wake for a second, and then they disappointed me. It said it was Blair Witch.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, but it still looks really good.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
What was the other one that I was excited about? Yeah, the Battletoads looked like a Cartoon Network cartoon. Um, this game, Panzer Dragon for the Switch, I was excited for that.
Now, what is that exactly?
Panzer Dragon was a Sega Saturn game that you were pretty much riding the dragon and you shooting things.
Okay.
It was a
Was
very
it good?
popular game, very good game by Sega. I'm glad it's coming to the Switch because I used to love that game. Um,
Which
yeah,
which version of the game? 'Cause I know there was more than one, right?
this is a remake of. I guess it would be the remake of the first one or a brand new game. I'm not sure.
Oh, well, a brand new
It's just
game.
called Panzer
Cool.
Dragon. Yeah. Yeah. So Fantasy Star Online 2, PC, Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and iOS.
Okay, cool. Good stuff. Can't
Um,
wait for that, man. Can't wait.
I've never played the Luigi games, and I kind of want to play the new one.
You just want to play as Luigi, that's all.
There we go.
Just want to make a Luigi and just watch it wiggle.
There we go.
Man, that
Um,
was good. I would have to say though, Keanu was a big highlight for E3 this year. But
yeah.
Nintendo's press conference, what they had in store this year was actually like
Ni-
probably the best stuff this
Nin-
year.
Nintendo did the kick in the stomach and still cool stun E3.
Yeah, because they had hype.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah, with especially with Breath of the Wild 2 being announced, fucking Witcher 3 for the Switch. I actually might pick it up because I will actually probably beat it on the Switch.
Be careful. Make sure
Yeah,
it gets all the patches and the performance is good because
yeah,
there's been a rash of quick ports to Switch that haven't been performing as
yeah.
well.
I like this the Skyrim, so I was happy with Skyrim. So I'm hoping, even though I know they're gonna downgrade the graphics, I'm fine with that because I know what the game looks like. I've just played it. It's just that I never got to beat it, and I think I will be able to beat it on the PS4.
Hmm.
Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I'm excited for. Same thing with Breath of the Wild 2. I'm excited for. The Skywalker Saga, Lego Star Wars, Skywalker Saga. I might be picking it up because I love the Lego games. Um, all right, one that was big and announced is for some reason I think one is going to be better than the other. Marvel's Avengers. What did you think about that?
I heard two sides to the story of what happened there. The trailer they showed was not representative of the game in the best way, and I've
No.
heard that behind closed doors when people got to play it, it was actually way more fleshed out and fun than it looked.
Yeah,
So I have to reserve judgment now.
I'm
Because if
very
I'm going off that trailer, it was like,
yeah. I didn't like the costumes. I wasn't feeling the look.
I it's odd. It's Square Enix. They where that money at?
Yeah, I well then again it's Crystal Dynamics too.
Yeah,
So
but they're owned by Square. Where their money?
how I'm more excited for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 than the Marvel's Avengers.
How come they didn't use the hair tech? They they are the ones who made the Lara Croft hair tech.
Oh.
Where's the hair tech? Why is Thor's hair not flowing like a god? Come on.
I don't like his suit. I really don't like his suit.
Yeah,
Captain America looks like a toy soldier.
there's a lot of things.
Iron Man is Iron Man. Iron Man is a hard character to fuck up. Like you can't really fuck up Iron Man. Like
Oh
you
man.
got it or you don't. Black Widow looked kind of mannish.
But here's the
Uh,
thing that I noticed, which was very weird. I didn't know there was so much hype for that particular game.
yeah.
Because during the entire press conference, if you watched it live, you could see like in the feeds
Mhm.
when before they announced that game, all you saw was people just saying, "Shut up! Where's Avengers? Where's Avengers? Where's?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What? Wow! So many people want to see that game."
Yeah, because it was we got a teaser like 2 years ago,
And it did nothing for me 2 years
and then
ago.
last year didn't show nothing on it.
Yeah, it was just see last year the only game I thought was supposed to be coming out was the Ultimate Alliance thing. So I was off the boat, I guess. And if this was supposed to sway me to buy it, that trailer did a bad idea, a bad job.
I was actually looking at the gameplay for Ultimate Alliance, and I'm a little bit excited for it.
Yeah, it still looks good. I've seen was it GameSpot, I believe it was. They had coverage of that not too long
Yeah,
ago, and they showed it. Yeah.
there was, but they had the gameplay at E3. They were playing it. I think it
Hmm.
was kind of funny, and it looks really good. It looks promising. It comes out in July, so maybe I get it for my birthday.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
No More Heroes 3 was announced for the Switch. I'm
See,
excited for that.
once again, Nintendo just throwing them out there. Nobody was expecting that. Like,
Yeah, I like the 1 and 2, so I'm excited for that. Like I said, Panzer Dragon, I was really hyped for that. I kind of jumped off my seat for that one because that was like my childhood. That's one reason of why I owned the Sega Saturn.
Okay, gotcha.
Pokemon Sword and Shield, they showed more about it. I'm actually kind of a little hyped for it now. Before I was in like the last Pokemon game I played was probably Black,
And what system was that on?
3DS,
I mean,
2DS.
that's not too long ago. Wasn't there 2 black and
No,
whites?
yeah. So Black and White and then Black and White too.
Yeah. Okay.
I played the
Well,
first one. Then I
which one
played
are
the
you gonna
second.
get?
Might go with Sword. Or you know what? They actually have both of them in a bundle for
I
like
saw,
1
but you know
Might
what?
just do that.
You know what? When I saw how bullshit the pack was,
Yeah,
because it's not really a discount, and it's basically like, hey, you're just gonna buy
yeah.
the game. It's like $10 off.
I still got the 20% off though, so that works for my side.
Okay. Okay.
And then my girl wants to play Jackie, so she might. I'll give her a shield and I'll have Sword, and then
See,
we can trade.
I'm trying to see what the legendaries look like because I know they're on the covers. One is
Yeah, the
I know
lion
one
with
has
the sword and all.
the big furry mane. That's the shield. The other one has the looks like
This,
Sif from Dark Souls.
yeah.
Well, not really, but you know that he's got the sword in the mouth. He's ready to
Um,
go.
I was happy to see here Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, me too.
I like Psychonauts
It's
the
been long
first one,
enough. It's been actually
and
a really
that
long
that
time.
that company is owned by Xbox now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see those companies who were bought because we were talking about what was the ones who made Heavenly Sword? Ninja Theory. We were talking about
Yeah,
them last week as
yeah,
one of those companies that were bought. So I'm glad to see the companies that they actually bought doing stuff.
yeah. What else I was looking forward to? Oh, Shenmue 3 was shown.
That looks suspect to me.
It looks like a Dreamcast game.
No,
It does.
it is. It
Like,
is.
yo, you have Yakuza and Judgment looking all nice and shit. You still have this looking like it came out in 1999.
Like it is. It is a
Yeah.
Dreamcast game. Mm, it's a little suspect, but I did
Yeah.
watch the gameplay that people have put out of it, and
Yeah.
it does look like similar. And it's like, damn, I can't be mad. They made the game. It's
Yeah.
just they didn't advance it anywhere. It's just,
No.
I mean, we'll see. It's supposed to be out. I think they said November. It's supposed to be because they pushed it
Um,
back. So
what
I
else
wonder
was
what they're gonna
looking
do.
at? What do you think of Watch Dogs Legion?
Oh, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
That was one of my hypest games of E3 because that trailer and that gameplay thing they showed. Yo, Granny, why is she so buff? Did you see the old lady with the gun?
Yeah,
And
that
she
was pretty
they
cool.
modeled. See, this is the thing I like when any company does stuff like that. When you
Yeah,
don't just put the skin on the character, they
yeah.
went through the the pain and the work to do the mocap. So she walks funny. She got the little old woman bop. She struggles when she does melee. She's like when she shoots that big ass gun, it just looks hilarious. Like it's so well done. And the little trailer they had of her and her drone spider was so cool. So listen, I wasn't even thinking about that game, but now it's like, maybe.
Another big hype up was Banjo and Kazooie in
And
Smash
Smash
Brothers.
Brothers, yeah, like again,
Yo, I seen
Nintendo doing it right.
shout outs. Well, I watched this guy, the completionist. I watched a lot of his YouTube shows. That dude cried.
Man, so many people, right? Because it was about time. So many people had literally lists and were like waiting, please, please, Banjo,
Yeah.
please. I don't know. There was no leaks, so I don't know why in particular so many people were wanting Banjo this time around instead of last time, but they
No,
finally got him.
Banjo was one of the most voted characters for the game for the longest time.
Good for them because they
So
finally pay attention.
and
Don't be like wrestling. Listen
and
to the fans.
talks with Xbox. There are plans for Banjo Kazooie going to the Switch.
Good. I mean,
So
welcome home.
yeah. Now can we
Yeah,
get a
so,
Conquer?
boy, I don't know if they,
Can we get Conquer
Conquer.
Smash Brothers?
You say that, but Conquer in 2019, ain't nobody gonna be like. You're gonna
Just
have so many people complaining.
he's gonna be a Saints Row character. He's gonna slap people with dicks.
See that would be the best way to do it. Because
Can
if people give Saints Row a pass.
can we get Saints Row starring Conquer?
like people would give it a pass. If they tried to make it Conquered now and just play it straight like it was from the other games, people are gonna cry. They're
Something.
gonna be hurt. I can't look at poop. He's gonna have people saying, "I can't look at poop. Can't do it."
Um, one thing I give it credit with the Xbox Game Pass is adding the Xbox Live with it and the PC thing. Like, I think it's $15 a month, and you get a and the Game Pass with both systems, which I think is a pretty good deal. Really
Mhm.
think about it, because again, you're getting all these games plus like Gears will be there like day one. Their exclusives supposed to be part of the Game Pass day one, so that's cool. Like
Mhm.
that's something that I'll keep on keeping the Game Pass because I will. I actually will probably just do to. I gotta renew my Xbox Live. I'm barely on my Xbox,
Yeah.
so and then I don't need the Live anymore to use any of the apps. So that's the reason why I just haven't renewed it, because I'm more on the PS4 now because a lot of the games are on there and I have a big hard drive too, so it makes it easier.
And you got that Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Also, shout out to the Days of Play sale that Sony had this past week.
yeah,
Spider-Man was $20.
yeah. You get
I
it.
bought God of War though. But
You should
I,
get Spidey.
if I catch another sale and it's like $20 again, I damn sure will. But like, I was like, man, I know I should have got God of War,
Yeah, God of War
and
was really good too.
it's
You know what? I gotta rebuy God of War. I don't know.
it's good. It's good. It's real fun. Like it starts out and you think like, oh man, this is pretty okay, and then you start realizing that they started to like pay attention to the character action stuff a little bit more. Once I was like, oh wait, you can dodge out of stuff. Oh yeah, no, yeah, this is good. So, and I'm in the beginning. I just got to the part where you see the world serpent. Damn, that game is
Yeah,
set piece city. Wow, like it's a lot of like they've put a lot of work on the details and that stuff. That is an amazing game. So I know I came to it late, but whatever. I have other stuff. And shout outs to that sale. Do you know if on Microsoft's end did they have any sale this
they had a big
past
sale also,
sale?
but I just haven't.
Oh
But
no,
I know they had a big sale as well. Definitely check out the free games on PS4 this month. They're really good shit. Sonic Mania, which is probably the best Sonic game
yeah, as of
possibly
now,
ever.
I would
Um,
agree.
it's on par with two.
I like three more than two. I like three mixed with Knuckles more than
Yeah,
any of them because you get hypersonic.
yeah,
There's no
you get
hypersonic in
yeah,
the game, right?
yeah. Once you finish the game with all the once you get all the emeralds.
No, that's supersonic.
Oh, okay.
Hypersonic is the one you got to finish the game twice because you had to go through Sonic 3 first,
Yeah,
get all the emeralds. Then you had to go through Sonic and Knuckles, the game, with Supersonic to unlock Hypersonic so you can
yeah,
fight Robotnik in space.
yeah,
Because otherwise you can't fight him in space because you
yeah,
just you die.
yeah,
That game was deep, man. There was some stuff in there. I thought that was real cool.
yeah.
And that's not on the collection. Shout outs to music licensing because the was it last week
Yeah,
that the Genesis Mini dropped? I think it was last week it came out.
yeah. I think it was
And
last week.
like I think people are saying like that's the best mini so far because they went back and dug up just a whole bunch of good stuff. And people was like, I didn't think this would be on here. And it's like, wow, they did some homework, so good on you. But they couldn't get Sonic 3, I think, and Sonic and Knuckles because of some music licensing errors. Apparently nothing to do with Michael Jackson. I didn't know that because they got the music from him. So, but that sucks. Also, the other free game is Borderlands 2, and that's a free DLC. I just downloaded it, and I'm supposed to play with one of my homies because he also just downloaded the game because again, it's free.
Yeah,
So, and you can import if you have Borderlands 2 data from like 360 or PS3. If you upload it to whatever their like say if you have PS Plus, you can upload it to their cloud.
yeah,
You can download your data to play on the PS4 version. Likewise with the Xbox 360. So That's pretty cool. So I don't have to play through the whole game to catch up with them, which
That's
is
good.
awesome. And then you get to play the Commander Lilith DLC, which is free, completely free.
That's free stuff. We
So
love free shit.
free on free is always good. Just
Um,
remember that.
yeah, all right. So, what are some games that you wish you saw on E3 that you kind of was hoping that you see something, but you didn't get to see?
I saw Fantasy Star. I don't give a shit.
I know. I was like, there's somewhere in the world Mike is dancing right now.
Yeah, I got one. Man. You know how many years since they announced that I was praying they would bring that out, dude. I was like, that's never. It was like it's been almost 5 years, I think.
Yeah.
It was before these consoles were out that game was released on PC. Like
I think Jinkies was telling me about the
he
giant
has
bomb.
the PS Vita version.
Yeah.
It's in Japanese, but he has it.
Yeah, Jinkies was telling me about it. Like on Giant Bomb, they had a bet.
Oh no, it was the best friends.
Best friends, yeah,
Best
they
friends.
had a bet. Yeah,
Pat had bet Liam is never coming out, and he was like, "Well, it's time to pay up because here it is. I can't
yeah.
wait to hear what the resolution is
Yeah,
because
he was telling me about that.
he's not gonna let him get away. He is
Yeah,
not. Can't wait. Also, shout outs to best friends because Matt and Liam. If you want to see some Sonic, I don't even want to say goodness. They're playing Sonic 06.
yeah,
That's rough. That is rough. Apparently, it has extremely good CG cutscenes because Sega have bought this really, really uh, like advanced studio that is very good at making CG cutscenes, and like it's unbelievable how good the opening cinematic is for that game. But it still just has you standing there like, why are there human beings in this game?
yeah,
It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And you know what? To be honest, there's a Robotnik that you see in the opening cutscene that looks like Jim Carrey does
yeah,
now. Yeah, like I can see Jim Carrey looking like that. I think
yeah.
that might be the inspiration. If that's the truth,
That's not a good
that
inspiration
means
right
they
now.
look. That means they took inspiration from Sonic 06 on stuff. Oh,
Okay.
Jesus. Okay, let me ask you because it's been a while since the crew because back in the day when we were on 360, me, Jenkins, Dr. Snipe, like everybody was playing Gears.
Yeah.
That have you been wowed by what Gears presented this time around?
Not really.
Because I saw
But
like
I haven't felt like that because even part three wasn't that breathtaking to me either. I think the last one I liked was two.
oh man, we had such a good time playing horror mode because we had 5 people.
Yeah,
It was fucking bananas trying to do that shit. It was so much fun. But
the game
like
looks
after
good.
after that, it was like, nah.
The game looks good. I'll tell you that much. I didn't really care for the like. Then again, I never played Gears 4, so I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, me neither.
So
I don't have a one, no, Xbox One, so I don't have. Is Gears on PC? Do you know?
it's on the pass.
Oh shit! So it's on PC. Okay, but
Hmm.
like I have not played that at all.
Yeah,
Didn't get to see anybody play through it because like nobody's been playing through it that I typically follow.
yeah.
So I haven't got to see it. So I
I
don't
might
know.
actually take the chance to go through them. Like I had them all on the Game Pass. Might be a future thing.
Okay.
Probably have like Jenkins come over and do like a tag team
Yeah, yeah.
Gears
So,
and shit.
do you know if they kept the 4 player team element throughout?
I think three had it, and
I
then
know 3, but like
I'm not
I
sure
think
for.
Judgment had it, but I never played Judgment,
Yeah,
and I don't know about 4. I don't know if 4 has
yeah.
4 people or 2 or 1. I don't know.
I haven't played four, so I
Gotcha,
couldn't tell you.
gotcha. But I do
Um,
like the evolution of their horde mode this time.
yeah,
They
same
they
here.
show some they did show some really cool like elements to
And
it.
then you had AJ Breeze
Oh, that
and
was awesome. Did you see yeah, you saw Xavier Woods'
yeah,
random gear
yeah,
getting eaten by or whatever the hell that thing was.
yeah. I liked it the whole thing. I watched. It was Breeze, AJ Styles, and Xavier Woods. They were playing
You know who
their new mode.
was the lady somebody or she was just a random like she worked there?
She
Because
worked there.
it was a female call too.
Yeah, yeah. It was a good girl that worked there and shit.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I was happy to see them. They played the game, and yeah, there a lot of WWE guys were at E3.
The sad thing I heard, because it's funny because of the content creators I follow. Angry Joe was bringing up a point. I was like, yo, why they pay these people to be here for no reason? Because here's the thing. We know about their content because we follow them,
Yeah.
but they did not play any of the WWE stars big presentations and all the stuff they did during those press conferences or during just like the highlights of like Microsoft or
Yeah.
of Nintendo. So when it came to the Capcom stuff, you had to go to Capcom stream and they were there, but you
Yeah.
couldn't see that Gears one until the press conferences were over because they were on somebody else's stream.
Yeah.
Like the mainstream, you didn't see Xavier Woods and them dressed up
Yeah.
for that. And it was like people were like, why they got them there? And I was like, I ended up finding out later that you had to seek it out basically.
That
So that
sucks.
kind of sucked.
Yeah.
And it was funny to see. It was just funny to see two content creators scrap because like Xavier Woods was like, I don't know who you are, but I know you have a huge following, and I would just like to let you know we had did XYZ, and then so it was a cool little back and forth. I just hope that leads to um a collaboration between Up Down Down and Angry Joe because I love
Yeah.
that. Angry Joe is hilarious. Also, who was a fan of Angry Joe?
Who?
Drake Maverick.
There you
Because he's like the first one to chime in. He was like, "Oh no, you guys don't fight."
go.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked what they did with that. I guess the game I wanted to see was kind of Rocksteady's next project.
Yeah, but they said they weren't gonna be there
Yeah, I knew
long
they were
before
not going
that.
to be. I
That's the
know,
sad
but I
thing.
want to still see something. Maybe it's a
Do
teaser.
they
Maybe on an
have
Xbox.
do they have their own event? Are they like that big now? They
No,
just
they're part of WB Games.
well, I mean, they got that WB. I mean, listen, MK just does MK
Yeah.
because they was just like, look at this for a good long while. So I wonder if the next game they work on is gonna get that MK treatment of
So
look at it.
rumor is the next game they're doing is not a Batman,
Yeah, I think they said they didn't even want to do a Batman game.
but I heard the next game is a Ninja Turtle game.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm very excited about that.
I
Imagine,
mean,
imagine Batman style fucking Arkham wise, but with Ninja Turtles, man.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's all I can say is I don't know.
I heard they're supposed to be working on a Ninja Turtle game.
I like their flair for detail because if you mean to tell me they're gonna put all the little hints and little like past characters
Yeah,
and even if a character's not in the game, there's gonna be like a little area that's like, oh, this is Leatherhead's den or XY.
yeah.
Like,
I'm just like because right now I'm replaying the Arkham trilogy. Right now I'm at Arkham City, but
where
I'm
you
thinking
at? On what
on
service?
Twitch.
Where you at?
On Twitch, Mark with the mic.
Mark with the
Follow
mic.
it.
There we go.
I'll probably
Oh,
go right back on right when we finish this cast, and I'll probably go and kick Penguin's ass.
oh shit. Did you know Penguin is voiced by Nolan North?
Yep.
That's so weird. He's a good voice actor because he
Yep.
sounds nothing like that.
Exactly. So playing Arkham Asylum and really think about how they will present Ninja Turtles into a game like this, like kind of not exactly Batman style, but in a way that the way the Ninja Turtles will work. They're ninjas. They're stealthy. They're like that, and the fact that you could probably pick one of the four, maybe have a online element to it. Maybe I don't know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
just like how they did Killer Croc in the sewer and shit like that, they could have Leatherhead, like kind of in that sense, like kind of like how the Riddler did shit. You could have Baxter Stockman do shit around the city and kind of fuck shit up. Rocksteady Bebop could be two of the big villains, and you could have like Rat King and fucking Chrome Dome and Armageddon the Shark and some other crazy characters that you've never seen in the show game.
Where's
Usagi Yojimbo. I want actually Usagi Yojimbo. I want the people that
Please.
did Sekiro.
Oh,
Do Usagi Yojimbo.
all right, there we go. That's a collaboration. I can get behind that.
But I feel like they could add Usagi in that. I feel like they could do things that you weren't able to do in Batman, and it could be a bit lighter than what Batman was. It's so dark and gloomy and red and like that. Ninja Turtles doesn't have to be exactly like that. It could be kind of bright and kind of more funnier and more jokative and things like that. But it could be a really solid action adventure game as well.
You know what makes me sad? There was a Ninja Turtles game that came out. Was it 2006,
Yeah, by
7?
Platinum Games.
No, not that one. There was the one before that one. The one where
Uh,
they were hyping up the people behind it because they got like they dug into like
oh,
crates for the voices, for
out
the
of the
references.
out of the shadows.
Yes. Everything surrounding that game was amazing. Once
Hmm.
you played the demo, oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was like
It was not a good game. Like
no.
the part that he let you play, it was very, very simple. But like you could tell right away it was super limited and repetitive already. The only cool part was they did their homework on like the lines that the turtles would say between each other, and that they had all types of really cool tag team moves and types of
Yeah,
specials and stuff, but that just couldn't hold you over.
yeah,
And man, like that's what I feel like would be a perfect Ninja Turtles game if you can get the gameplay perfect to match that, because it had so much little details that no other turtle game before that ever had.
yeah.
So I'm excited because, like I said, that studio is known for little details, and like I hope there's so much cool stuff that they get squeezed into that game.
Yeah.
Damn, the turtles! WB has the turtles.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Remember
interesting.
that? Well, they were in Mortal Kombat. No, in Injustice.
Yeah, they were, but I'm just like, damn, I don't. Wow.
Well, I guess because no one really had the rights for a while, and WB did the Ninja Turtles, and they were like, "All right, we want to do a game." Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, but yeah, the one thing I'm big in hype, and honestly, once they have it ready for sale or pre-order or where the fuck I gotta go to get it, I'm going to get that Ninja Turtle arcade.
Yes.
I'm buying that shit. $350. It's going to go straight to that. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but it's going up, and I'm going to play that shit all day.
But you said it wasn't that. It's not huge.
It's like there are mini arcades. That's what they are. They're small arcades. You could buy a stand to be more like your height style. Like they sell stools and shit to go with it.
Oh wow.
But yeah, it's like a small arcade. It's easy to put together and everything too.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But I will be driving to a fucking Walmart and finding that exists, and I'm going to be buying it and taking it home.
Somebody told me that the MK1 sold out like the
Yeah,
week of.
but you can still get them. They got them back in stock.
Okay.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, there's Street Fighter, there's Pac-Man, there's. I would like them to do a Marvel like a verse Street Fighter one.
Oh, you mean like the
Like X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Street Fighter, Marvel's Capcom, Marvel's Capcom 2.
Yeah, I would love Capcom to acknowledge that.
That would be dope.
I mean, Marvel.
Well, you got what you did get Marvel. You got the Marvel Superheroes, X-Men show, the Atom, and Punisher in one. So that's actually get there.
Yeah.
I like the Marvel Superheroes. I like that game a lot too.
It is so busted in the
Mm-hmm.
hands of a good player. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. X-Men is like it's a milestone. It's one of
Yeah.
those things that you go back to appreciate, but it's not a good game. It's horribly imbalanced, and it has the Capcom cheap AI. They block
Yeah.
everything. They literally block everything. That game was made to take your money. Like is fun, and I bet it's better to play against just a friend if you both don't really know what you're doing, or if you both know what you're doing. But like, make sure you got somebody to play against, because Magneto, that's still one of the hardest bosses in any fighting game. Yo, he's
Yeah.
crazy. It's unbelievable. And Juggernaut. Well, Juggernaut was all right. If you pick Iceman and you stood in the corner and did that ball thing, do you remember that?
Yeah.
The giant ball Iceman could make in that game.
Yeah.
Like you just jump in the air, do the giant ball, and just chip out the other. That was so cheap. I remember doing that in the arcade. That was so bad. Ugh. Don't be a turtle, folks.
Yeah.
It's okay to lose a quarter.
Yep.
Um,
I should put quarter machine and make people pay.
I mean, why not? Why not?
I'll put a cup near the arcade machine.
Just be like maintenance, bitch. Maintenance.
Yeah, that I'm definitely gonna get the Ninja
Don't
one.
put your
Like,
greasy hands in my machine.
yeah,
Maintenance.
that Ninja one, I'm definitely. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm putting $50 on the side like every fucking day, every week,
I see
and
you. I see you.
I want that. Like that's my childhood right there.
And you said it's both of them too. So damn, you got
Yeah.
all bases covered.
Even though like the arcade, the SNES one was the best version.
It was better than the arcade one.
Reason why, because you had more of the villains. So you had like Rat King, you had Bebop and Rocksteady, you had um, Slash, you had in the game, and
What
then
was the exclusive to Genesis?
uh,
They had like
Tattoo.
which one?
Tattoo.
It had two exclusives.
Tattoo was the
That
guy.
which
The
I don't remember.
remember in the first movie?
Yeah. Oh shit! I just thought about that. I didn't even realize that. I
Yeah,
thought
he was in it.
if you didn't say that, because that's the one I had. I never had Super Nintendo's. I'm trying to remember what was the difference because I know Hyperstone Heist was a different game,
Yeah.
slightly. But oh, he was okay,
Yeah,
and
and
it had one level, right? It had one different level.
yeah, it had one different level, and then you also had to refight the bosses a few times.
Oh, I had a boss rush. That's right.
Yeah, that's what made the game harder.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Well, yeah, I forgot Tatsu was in the game.
Yeah,
Man,
it's Tattoo.
wow, damn.
Yeah,
R.I.P. I remember he passed not so long ago too.
yeah. All
Um.
that.
Also, yeah, I saw Ninja Turtles not so long ago as well. So
I
yeah,
love that movie.
that
I could watch that
movie's
movie all the
so
fucking
good.
time.
Holds up incredibly well. Um.
That is like my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, I can see it. Listen, I can see
That's
it.
like one movie. Yeah, I can always go back and get a good laugh out of it, and I still the same jokes make me fucking laugh.
Yep. Yep. It was just written so well. And all the actors are really good too. Like mostly not. I don't think there's any like A level actors in that movie. I don't think so.
Uh,
Trying to
yeah,
think. April
not really.
O'Neil wasn't known. Like
No,
nobody.
well,
Maybe
it was considered
maybe
it was
Shredder. Maybe
it,
Shredder was a actor in Japan, but we didn't know it. I don't
it
know.
was it was considered an indie. Well, when it first came out, it
Oh
was
yeah, it
considered
was.
an
Yeah,
indie flick,
yeah. It
and
was.
no one wanted to take a chance on it. And then New Line Cinema took a chance on it.
Why not? Let's do it.
Nobody wanted to take a chance on it.
Look at what happened. Still around.
Yep, still around,
Um,
and it's still one of my favorite movies. Like I honestly could watch it I could watch it all the time.
the
It's
last thing I wanted to bring up was a game that wasn't big at E3, and then I don't think anybody like went out of their way to promote this and put like a big spotlight on footage of it.
yeah.
And that might partially be because it's on Oculus
Okay.
and it's made by Oculus Studios. There's a company with them. Excuse me. It's an exclusive in development by In Dreams. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. I don't because I don't have the headset, so I don't know about who's been making 3D and VR games. So
Yeah.
I'm not exactly familiar with them. But this game is called Phantom Covert Ops,
Okay.
and um, it is exclusive to the Oculus Rift. So that means it is a headset game. So if you want to play it, you got to go to PC, get yourself a headset. But it is a stealth action, covert ops action game, but you're in a kayak the entire time. So you're literally your guy is in a kayak. You're and every it's basically like a it's like a maybe like a puzzle, an action puzzle game because you have to find ways through each level. But I guess you have objectives like shooting out lights, taking out guards and whatnot. But you're just a dude, a badass in a kayak that floats on the perimeter mostly of everything, and you can just take out people stealthily. And then what was described is that in the levels there'll be like tunnels and little pathways and little like nooks and crannies that the boat can go through. So it just makes it ridiculous. But the thing is, just it plays it 100% straight. It's just you're a dude that's murking fools on a fucking kayak, and I'm like, what is this? You have a silenced pistol, I think it is, some type of assault rifle, I think you have a sniper rifle and like C4. And it's just like what? It's just ridiculous. This is like something that would have came out on Nintendo, and people were like, I don't know what's happening, but it's cool. It's a dude in a boat. You know what I'm saying? Like it just sounds like one of them old school arcade games
Yeah,
where it's like you're just remember Silent Scope where you're just a sniper?
yeah,
Like that's all you do. You're a sniper, but it's different levels of you're sniping in different positions, and it had like
yeah,
little wacky things you could see through the scope that would happen.
yeah.
Like it takes me back to that type of arcade style game where it's like you're a certain type of individual doing basically one thing, but so many things happen in the course of you doing your job, basically, which is sniping or murking. So like it's ridiculous, dude. Like I have to send you the link to it so you can see it. Cause you can just see the dude on the boat just sniping dudes, sniping dudes. It is, and the thing that makes it completely like just so worthwhile is that it's not never in on the joke because it knows it's ridiculous, but it's not funny.
Okay,
Like, yeah, so you need to check that out. It's Phantom Covert Ops, and that's like my low key favorite game, but not favorite game of E3 because it's so ridiculous.
I check that out.
Yeah, you really should. It's nuts. And it's a VR game, which is just like, wow, that's awesome. Just going to show VR is not dead. There are things coming out for VR. People are still hype. Um, that's
Jenkins
about
has
it.
something.
There was a few exclusive things I saw. There was a figure. Oh, the McFarlane. It was an E3 exclusive figure, Doom guy,
Okay.
and I was saying, oh man, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff that's coming out. Not even on the gaming front, but also on the figure front. There's also, see, I don't know if it's for sale. I'm looking at it right now. There's a Luigi and Luigi figures for that.
Okay.
Luigi is over there cowering, and like Luigi's standing in just a catatonic state. What the hell what did you think of that? Did you see the Luigi's Mansion the trailer for that?
I liked it. It was cool.
Like I see it has 4-player action,
Yeah.
but it introduces this whole mechanic of Luigi can make basically a ectoplasm. It's like Slimer. It really is. It's just a Luigi Slimer, but except he doesn't eat everything. He's just continuing to be afraid,
Okay.
which is silly because I think he can't get hurt.
Yeah.
Um, but they have like a figure of that. They have a figure of Doom Guy, which actually is made by Fallen Toys, so that's probably gonna be out soon. Like it wasn't the usual grayscale. It was like fully painted and whatnot.
You know what I want to get? I saw it's going to be a San Diego Comic Con exclusive.
Mhm.
The Hasbro Lightning Collection. They're doing a Jason, Red Ranger,
Yes, I
Gold
did
Ranger
see that.
together.
I meant to. Yes, okay. So you saw it already. I did see that there was gonna be a. Oh my god, that Gold Ranger looks dope.
This is the reason why I hate collecting toys
Yeah, I know. I know.
because they do this shit to me.
Every other week this was just last week. I was talking about the other one that's coming out soon, and here we go. We got another dope one, another dope little set, and it's supposed to be like a box set, right? It's
Yeah,
three
it's
plus
2 in
two.
1. It's a double box of
Yeah,
Jason and the Gold Ranger.
go over, and he comes with the vest. He
Hmm.
comes with the armor. That's
Yeah, he comes with the Dragon Shield.
that's real good.
It's supposed
That's
to be a 2 pack. It's supposed to come. It comes with his face too.
I think it's supposed to be 50, so at least it's not ridiculous.
It's
It's
gonna be
25, 25.
it's gonna be ridiculous when you
I mean
put
to
it on your
get if
page.
you I think you can pre-order. Can you pre-order it now?
No,
Or
well, it's a San Diego Comic Con. You
it's
gotta be at San
only
Diego Comic Con. So my
yeah.
homegirl is going, so I'm hoping she has it in her heart to get it for me,
PayPal.
and
Yo,
I send her the money.
let me send you these ducats via PayPal. Pick that up.
Because I really want it, but I'm not gonna pay an arm and a leg for it.
No, I get you. I get you.
He comes with the whole power cannon.
Yes, that's the other thing I read. He comes with each weapon to make that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Had,
It looks dope. It looks better than the Bandai one.
yeah, I know. I noticed that. Yes.
Because the Bandai one, the gold looked like it was bright yellow.
Oh, it didn't even look like actual like gold
Yeah,
like this one.
it was bright fucking yellow.
Gotcha. Yeah, that. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. The collecting part is ridiculous.
Yo, my birthday is July 14th. Shout out to anyone that wants to buy me it for my birthday. I love you dearly.
Oh man, yeah, it looks cool. It looks cool.
I did just pick up the White Ranger and I got the Shadow Ranger.
Awesome.
I'm looking for Lord Zed. I think that's the next one I want to try to get because the Dino Charge Red is really easy to find.
Yo,
So,
put the word out there because you were telling me earlier you were selling figures. Maybe you'll find
oh
somebody who
yeah,
trades you.
I do have an eBay listing up. Deadpool Stabby is my eBay name. I have a bunch of figures for sale. Marvel Legends, if you're looking for anything in particular, and I have a couple Spawn figures up in there. Definitely check it out. 3 already sold. I'm still trying to see what I can do. Trying to make money to get display cases and actually display everything else I have because I have a lot of stuff. And it's getting to a point that these things have been in boxes for about 3 years and I have not done nothing with them. So I'd rather just have someone else enjoy it and be able to enjoy the collection I already started with the wrestling and the Power Ranger stuff.
Yeah, I'm just going through this entire spread that somebody put. Shout out to Ars Technica. Um, they show that they basically have like a huge, um, what you call it, like photo set of
Yeah.
just all the different things. There's a Lego Han and Carbonite they
Mm-hmm.
have there, but that was a part of one of the setups. But there's like Pac-Man coach bags that are it's gonna be a thing. Miss Pac-Man coach bags. They have like a bunch of little plushes. Like I see, is that Dig Dug? Yeah, a Namco collection for some plushes,
Dude,
which is cool.
they have the turtles, fucking the Splinter. You know the scene when they have Splinter in the cage.
Yeah.
They had that. That's a San Diego exclusive too. That
Oh, really?
it's Splinter on the cage, and you see Shredder and two foot soldiers with it, and then it comes in a box that looks like the band of Shredder that the kid wore that he took off when he talked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes with it comes in a box that has that band on it.
Oh, wow. Gotcha.
See, this is why I can't collect shit, man. I want to watch, and it's so much money, so much money, all my money.
I feel you. They
I
have
just I just got the GameStop. I got the GameStop turtles, the NECA turtles that look like the real movie turtles. I got those. I love those figures. I want to display them too. So I actually gonna open these fucking figures. Like I'm not gonna open them. I'm gonna display them nicely, get nice stands and everything. Because I'm not a honestly. There's certain figures I just won't sell. So like that's something I'm not gonna sell at all. I want to display it because it looks fucking dope.
yeah.
I don't care about the like box being boxed or like mint condition. I just happen to have them in the case though because I just had nothing to do with them.
What do they say? Let them breathe.
Yes, let them breathe, and I let them breathe.
Um, just to get the rest of these figures because there's not that many more.
Yeah,
There's the Namco. Apparently, they went on a figure spree because they have a set of what looks like two Heihachis from Tekken 7 and a Kazuya. That come with like lightning and wind effects, which I've never seen before. And then they have like a whole display case showing off they made a bunch of stuff. There's a giant bust of Artorias from Dark Souls. It's
yeah,
huge. And then they have the boss from Dark Souls 2, the giant, like he's sitting in a throne with his giant sword, which looks amazing. They made a bunch of at least 9 Dragon Ball figures. Um, Two of which are from the Broly movie. No, one is from the Broly movie. One is Vegito is I think the one with the earrings and the blue hair.
yeah,
Super Saiyan Man. It looks like Gotenks is in the back, the little kid one. They have a badass looking Boo. When he's thin, not the fat Boo. Mrs. Satan. It looks like Bulma and Krillin. Is that Krillin? Yeah, it is Krillin, the
yeah.
Loki. There's a bunch of stuff coming out. Then you look further down. There's Vegito. Gogeta is the other one. Yes. Vegito is the blue one with the blue outfit. Gogeta is the one with the vest. So they actually made figures of both of them.
Cool.
Yeah, there's just like a lot of stuff that came out from the figure front. I see like they've got, and this is all still just Namco, like Namco Bandai, because Bandai they got all that's their thing, figures and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, there's like mini sort Artorias with the bobblehead. I've never even seen that. I think there is a not small Ornstein as well from Dark Souls. So to see a tiny little onion knight back there, which is Siegmund. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that came out. Man, there's a lot. Like ended up and there's dude, they got Tekken Pops, I think. I see Kazuya
Yeah.
with the one regular eye, the one red eye, and I think Nina in the back. Oh
Cool.
sure. Okay. Like yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And this was announced at E3. So again, and it's of course there's a big ass pile of Gundams too. Um they they even made the original, what is it, 0081 pose of the one with the beam sword going up with the shield.
Yeah.
Like the classic iconic Gundam pose. Man, there's some cool stuff coming out. So yeah, bam.
And it's the season. San Diego Comic Con is right around the corner.
No, this is E3
Oh,
stuff I'm looking
yeah.
at. I'm not looking at SDCC stuff yet. Like they going in already. Shit.
You start seeing them a lot in the San Diego Comic Con because that's in August.
And then they have the arcade machines you were talking about. They have the giant ones of there's a Star Wars one of like the Atari game, which I heard about. I've never actually played it.
Wasn't that great?
There's the giant Marvel superheroes.
Yeah.
Like it's literally huge. Man, it's like 2-3 times the size of a normal person. It's gigantic. This picture is awesome. Um, and then they have, I think the Ninja Turtles one as well. They show pictures of like there's so much cool stuff that was there. That's actually going to be out for consumers later.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
That Turtle Arcade's mine.
Yeah, dude. Like even the miniatures. Wow, they're making Capcom's making miniatures for Street Fighter 2 and 1942. Like they're super tiny. I don't think you can play them now, but they're just like of the classic machines with the original. I forgot what you call that. The art that was on the screen.
Yeah.
Like they have the original art on the screens and stuff, and I think it's actually readable. The picture is kind of far away, obviously, but man, there's so much cool stuff coming out. Wow, they even have Konami even has some retro machines as well. The company is called My Arcade. They
Okay.
have a Contra cabinet coming out, and it has the link cable support for 2 player. What? That's ridiculous. Jesus. All right. Well, why does it come with moss? They have moss. They have the army moss for the guys that cover themselves up.
Oh, cool.
Like it has that on the machine. I guess that was for the setup though. I don't think that comes with the system when you buy it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like a ton of stuff, not just video games, a ton of collectibles, a ton of like little trinkets and stuff, machines, arcade machines and whatnot, lots of retro stuff.
They want to take all your money.
Yeah, basically, they trying to take your money for the rest of your life. But like I said, it was interesting to hear people from the industry saying that this looks like what's happening to E3 is dying, but from like a person that's on the outside, it was like, oh, it looks like it was focused in a different direction, and it damn sure wasn't a travesty to watch. Like
Yeah.
this was probably one of the least cringeworthy E3s.
Yeah.
It didn't have Mr. Coffee. It didn't have what does the bottom of a Avatar shoe look like. It didn't have Usher looking weird on stage. It didn't have it didn't have any of those too many weird awkward moments though that became memes or anything. So
Yeah.
like the coolest thing was just having Keanu Reeves be the meme straight up just for his positivity. Like that's a complete change of pace.
Yeah, I saw the one of Spider-Man and him pointing at Spider-Man.
Yes, there's so many. Yeah, people did so many of that. It was so good. It was real good, and also of course Bam Bam, John Bernthals Pitbull. That was just good boy. Like that was the me. It was just good boy Bam Bam, because he never moved. He just sat there patiently while his fucking owner was just going on about. I forgot the name of it. It was like um, Ghost Recon. It's not Wild. I think it's Wildlands 2. I don't know, but he was just giving a whole impassioned presentation and whatnot, and then just the dog is just sitting there like, "Yup, I'm at E3. What's up?" So E3 was pretty good, man.
Yep, a good year. Excited for a lot of games coming out. Um, we got Judgment next week, so I can't wait for that. But
Yeah, they're still
yeah,
doing a lot of like little teasers and tutorials, and right now, if you follow the RGG social media, they're doing a thing where it's called 10 Reasons to Buy Judgment. So check that
yeah,
out.
I'll definitely check it out. I'm excited for that game. Other than that, I've been trying to finish up Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger for the next Morphin Cast, which will be recording next Saturday. Um, Show's been really good. I like how they did. Ninja is pretty much like a genie,
Okay.
and he just first appeared, and he's pretty badass in Super Sentai. So I'm liking what I see. It's
Yes.
been a good series, been a weird series, but been really good. Really good villains, really good Rangers and stuff like that. Super Sentai has not disappointed yet. They've been amazing. So stay tuned for that cast and check out the previous Morphin cast. We'll have the shoot the shit Morphin cast up next week.
Nice. Nice. Also, I want to give a shout out to Akumi Nakamura because there was a presentation she gave
Okay.
for a game called Ghostwire Tokyo, and like it set the internet ablaze because it's like the most charming thing you've ever seen. Because she could barely speak English,
Yeah.
and she gave this presentation, and she was so like humble about everything, and then it's crazy like how much of a feel good moment it was because she was giving a presentation and her English was bad, and then the crowd started encouraging her.
Yeah.
It was just like, what is happening to my E3? Where is this positivity coming from?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
So
like positivity.
it was
Positivity
good.
is great.
It was good. And then the internet just was like, yeah, let's just make her the star at E3 along with Keanu. So like she has in like a day, she has like
Yeah.
tons of fan art of just her doing this funny little pose where she put her arm up and her leg up and was like, ah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, E3 was good. It was good. Um, and I guess we're gonna wrap it up on that note.
Oh,
Make sure you check us out on RedCycloneInc on everything, and that's YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We got a Tumblr, we got a WordPress, SoundCloud, and that's about it. So make sure it's RedCycloneInc on everything. No excuses. You know what it is.
yep. Yep.
And where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Facebook on our the Wrestling Babble board and the Wrestling Going board. We have everything and everything down there. Check me out on Twitter, Twitch TV. I'll be recording and going through Batman Arkham City, so follow me and watch that. Tumblr, uh, Instagram. Uh, Damn, I forgot all my social medias. And YouTube, SoundCloud, that's where all our podcasts is at. And YouTube, also the Wrestling Babble live there as well. Also, check out my kitties. My kitties have Instagram.
Kitties of Mischief.
The Kitties of Mischief. They are there. We update photos almost every other day. Cats are going to be abused. I don't care. They're going to get pictures taken.
Because they just do what do they say, the darnest thing, like
Yeah, they do darnest things. They're two buttheads. But I wouldn't have it any other way. They're very cute cats and very good cats. So yeah, follow them. They like to be followed, so follow them.
All right.
Not like Jenkins though.
No.
Jenkins, you actually follow him.
Yes, you actually follow him and you eat a sandwich in his vicinity.
Yeah,
He knows you eating it. He just feels it. He don't have to look at you.
I debuted that on the Morphin Cast last on the on the season 3 Morphin Cast because I explained to Tommy about the whole thing about Jenkins. Like, he hasn't been on the cast in a while, so we just came up with something about following him. Just follow him, and then you brought the sandwiches, and then that's been our thing ever since.
Yes.
And
hungry boy.
Yep. And then we have Fuck Zordon, which is our Morphin Cast.
Yeah, always.
He hates Zordon. He's such useless.
So useless.
Man, I'm telling you, if you ever thought like a mentor and saw how useless they were, you haven't
Oh
mentored
man, oh man, that's
them.
messed up.
Master Splinter was a great mentor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He whooped people's ass too. Lord Zed was. Zordon wasn't.
No, he wasn't. No, he was not.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, that's about it.
Child labor laws.
Child labor laws.
No, he was not.
He wasn't paying them.
Although they were probably like 25 playing teenagers. I'm just saying, child labor
Yeah.
laws.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
all right.
Yeah. Peace out. Laters.
Peace.